well? Is it a case of letting Josh Tracy take a few hit-outs, or do you need to do something more radical?
No, we haven't had selection yet, but yeah, I think we'll probably start in the ruck the similar way that we finished against Melbourne. Like I've been saying, JT's done a fair bit of work at Peel on his ruck craft, and we've tried to get him taking a few more forward 50 ruck stoppages as a way into being the second ruck if we needed it. So yeah, looks like we'll need it. So yeah, I've got no real issues with him being the second ruck and being capable of filling that role.
Potentially make you a little more mobile. I'm not sure it's pretty athletic, but
possibly. It depends how we structure up down forward, and it depends what way we go. But yeah, we would rather Sean be playing. So I think he's made himself one of the best rucks in the comp. So he's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to try and fill his shoes. So whether it makes us more mobile or not, I'm not sure. But we'll do what we have to do.
Filling Jager's shoes, will Brody get a reprieve?
We'll work it out in match committee. We've got a lot of options for that role. There's been a lot of good form at Peel, inside, outside mids. We've got a lot of flexibility in our team as well. So we'll work that out later on.
Who do you view, Justin, as the guys that are in the team that can, step up into Jager's role in the centre? He's been one of your really consistent centre bounce guys.
Yes. Don't like to give too much away. I think it's pretty obvious. You can draw the conclusion of who is in the team that possibly could fill some of that role. And we've got Neil and Will at Peel who've been playing inside mid. Liam Henry's been in really, really good form. So there's a lot of options. We'll sit down and slice it up later and see what comes out of it.
With Luke Jackson spending more time in the ruck, is the preference to have like a third tall to pair with Amos and Tracy, or could you maybe switch it up a bit with the smalls?
Yeah, try to keep an eye to the weather, keep an eye to the balance, and make sure we pick a team that can both kick a winning score, but also defend our front half as well. So it's just another good discussion we're going to have at selection later.
Is Sepet Quek ready for a debut, or how close is he?
He's improving his footy, and he's taken big steps forward this year in his footy. Whether he's up to it right now or not will be decided later. But we're really confident he's on the right path.
And what are your hopes with Sonny? He sounded pretty confident earlier in the week that he'll play.
Yeah, he's got to get through training today, and he'll throw his hand up for selection if he gets through training. So hope he does, because we want him back in the team. He's been a really solid performer since he came into the team round 2 or round 3. So hopefully he gets through training.
Just on Sonny, re-signing along with Fife for a couple more years. Must be stoked to have those two blokes locked away.
Yeah, I am. It's probably well documented. We don't have a lot of older guys on our list, so to sign a couple 200 gamers we have up for, and have them around for a couple of years to not only their performance on the field but leadership and leadership on and off the field is going to be really strong for us. So excited to have those two signed up.
Coming out of the bye, Justin, can you tell us a little bit about how you handled that break as a club to give everyone a rest but make sure you really bounce out of it?
Yeah. We had time off earlier last week, so straight after the Melbourne game, and then get the players back in. To their delight, they had to fill some club obligations and AFL obligations around CBA appearances, so that was great back into last week for them. But we had a really solid session on Saturday, and they applied themselves really well. Now, obviously, some guys still playing at Peel, so they maintained their consistency with preparation. And we hit the ground running on Monday. So this week will be a normal week, and we need to make sure that we don't take the foot off the gas. We maintain the rage from the last 4 weeks, so that's front of mind for everyone.
Do you view, the bye and handling that period as a mental challenge or a physical one?
No, it's probably more of a mental challenge, because give everyone a few days off. You sort of take a little bit of a lull in your mindset, and you can be a bit soft getting back into your work. So we made sure Saturday we got it back on the horse, and they've hit the ground running this week. So, not concerned about that.
Have you had a chance to meet the new draftee, Ethan Stanley?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. No, it's always a bit difficult, I suppose, coming in to a new club mid-season. You know, when you come in at the end of the season or the start of the pre-season, when you get drafted, you're usually coming in with 2 or 3, 4 others, and he's coming on his own. So he's moved in with Switter for a few days to help him acclimatise to Perth weather, which has been pretty ordinary in the club, and help him meet as many people as he can and feel connected to the club as quick as he can. So he'll have his first training session, first main train today, and we'll go from there this weekend.
You mentioned the Saturday session. We didn't see Caleb Sarong there. Jai Amos was also there, but didn't seem to take part. Both those boys could go. Yeah,
good to go. Caleb's just dealing with a little issue at the moment, which is not going to stop him. He'll be out there today. And Jai's was just more around load management. So being a young key forward, we look to manage those type of players.
And Matt Taberner, is there a timeline?
No timeline yet. It's a tricky one because obviously the surgery he had it was a pretty solid surgery, and when you're dealing with that sort of thing, it's hard to put a time frame around until you get over some of the hurdles early days. So try and get that out as quick as we can, but it's up in the air a bit.
How is Tabs handling everything? Obviously, the spotlight's kind of on the young forward trio at the moment. How's he going with everything, especially not having a timeline to return at the moment?
Oh, he'd be frustrated by that because he's a worker and he wants to get out there and work. But his attention to detail in his rehab stuff is first class, and I've been really impressed with his want to help JT and Jai improve their craft and help them prepare each week. So he's been really invested in the program, really invested in forward line meetings, and really connected to the forwards and the team. So, he's tracking all right.
You mentioned the lack of sort of 200 gamers and that sort of thing. How important is Taberner for those younger guys, even beyond this year? Yeah,
it is important because Tabs is an elite preparer. He does, he looks after his body like no one else. And he does a lot of things well that our younger forwards and younger players in general can learn from. So, he's been really important for them.
Just in terms of Richmond, sort of going through a bit of a transition now, I suppose, but do you still view them as a bit of a danger team heading into Saturday night? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, a lot of their games that they've lost this year have been, 1 or 2 kicks. So they've been in every game they've played. They're really dangerous at some of the things that have held them in really good stead for a lot of years. And they've got a lot of, great experienced players still playing for them. So, we viewed them at their best this morning, and, it's really good.
You notice any changes about what they're doing under McQuadra?
Probably not. No, not a lot. There's Short's gone back, and Baker went forward last week, and a few little personnel changes. But we're prepared for anything. But it was pretty similar.
And you mentioned that the replacement for Jagger in the centre bounces was an obvious one. 5 split, I know it's your favourite thing to talk about. He's been about half mid, half forward. Is that probably going to be a bump?
It could do. Yeah, but we like the split he's playing. We got Aish on the wing. It's been a good centre bounce player for us. Johnson's in the team. We want to get him more midfield minutes. So there's a lot of options we can go with. Whether we bring an inside mid, outside mid, another forward into the team, we'll weigh that up later.
The club will transition to Chris Sutherland as the next president. Can you tell us a bit about what you know about him?
Well, I know he's been very successful. I know he's a really passionate Fremantle person, and I know he's pretty low key with the way he approaches things. I just want to say publicly how grateful I am for the work Dale's done to the football club over many years. He's the only president I've had, but he's been a really supportive president through all phases of my coaching career. So thank him for all the work, and I'm sure it'll be a seamless transition to Chris.